Where's Nani?
She's gone. It's Trolloc poison. They're here. For you. For the four of you. The Dark One is waking. But there will be one who can stand against him. The dragon has been born again. And it's one of you.
You fully lost your mind.
The Dark One's army. More Trollocs. They're after you. They will follow you. There's no time. We leave now. The Wheel of Time turns. In one age, called the Third Age by some, there are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the Wheel of Time. The wind was not the beginning, but it was a beginning.
What if the strongest leader is the one who never wanted to lead? Kaish. Perrin Ibarra's journey in the Wheel of Time isn't just about wielding an axe. It's a brutal internal battle. Join us as we unravel the immense pressures and difficult choices that forge this reluctant lord. Perrin starts not as a leader, but as a blacksmith's apprentice from the Two Rivers, a young man who values the quiet rhythm of hammer on iron more than the roar of battle. In the eye of the world, when Trollocs first attack Emond's Field, he grabs an axe not out of courage, but out of desperation. He wants to protect his friends, Rand and Mat, not command anyone. Yet even that first swing haunts him. He later admits to Moiraine that he feared the axe, not because it might break, but because he feared the part of himself that enjoyed the fight, the part that felt too comfortable with violence. This is the core of Perrin's struggle. Leadership for him is not a calling, but a chain, one forged by the pattern's demands and the trust of people he cannot bear to let down. The Two Rivers becomes the first link in that chain. After Rand leaves to pursue the eye of the world, Perrin stays behind, thinking he can return to his old life. But the Trollocs keep coming, and the villagers, once content to let the mayor handle small disputes, turn to him. They see the way he stands between them and danger, the way he plans defenses without being asked, and they call him Lord Perrin, even when he protests. In the Great Hunt, he spends nights pacing the village green, trying to figure out how to fortify Emond's Field with only pitchforks and a handful of trained men. He doesn't sleep, doesn't eat, because he's convinced that if he makes one wrong move, everyone he grew up with will die. When a group of White Cloaks arrives, accusing him of being a dark friend, he doesn't fight back with his axe. He negotiates, even when they insult him, because he knows a battle with the White Cloaks would leave the village vulnerable to Trollocs. This is the first sign of his quiet strength. He doesn't lead with force, but with sacrifice. He gives up his desire to be invisible so that others can be safe. His relationship with Fail Bashir deepens this struggle, turning his internal battle into something more tangible. Fail sees in Perrin what he cannot see in himself, a leader who cares too much to fail. But her presence also gives him something to lose. In the fires of heaven, when Fail is captured by the Shaido Ayel, Perrin is torn apart. He wants to drop everything to rescue her, but the Two Rivers still needs him. Trollocs are massing on the borders, and the villagers have no one else to turn to. He spends days locked in a barn, arguing with himself, his hands shaking so badly he can't even hold a hammer. When he finally decides to go after Fail, he doesn't abandon the Two Rivers. He leaves trusted friends in charge, and he makes a promise to return. This choice defines him. A leader who doesn't choose power over love, but finds a way to honor both, even when it breaks him. Later, when he rescues Fail, he doesn't celebrate his victory. He apologizes for taking so long, for making her wait. He sees his leadership not as a triumph, but as a debt he owes to those who trust him, the Wolf Dream. Perrin's unique ability to enter the world of dreams adds another layer to his burden. Unlike Rand, who struggles with Saidin, or Egwene, who masters Saidar with purpose, Perrin fears the Wolf Dream. He worries that spending time there will turn him into a wolf, that he'll lose his humanity and become the monster he once feared he was. In Lord of Chaos, he enters the Wolf Dream to find information about the Dark One's plans, but he's horrified when he realizes he can communicate with wolves, when he feels the urge to run with them instead of returning to the waking world. Yet he keeps going back, because the Wolf Dream shows him things no one else can see. Attacks that are coming, villages that need saving. He uses his fear as fuel, turning his weakness into a strength. This is the mark of Perrin's leadership. He doesn't overcome his fears. He carries them with him because he knows they keep him humble, keep him from becoming the kind of leader who doesn't care about the cost. By the time of the last battle in A Memory of Light, Perrin has become a leader not because he wanted to, but because he had to. He doesn't stand on a hilltop giving orders like Rand or Egwene. Instead, he fights alongside the Two Rivers men, his axe swinging to protect the villagers who once called him the blacksmith's boy. He leads the wolves into battle, using their strength to turn the tide against the Dark One's forces. But he never asked them to do something he wouldn't do himself. When the fighting is over, he doesn't stay to rule. He returns to the Two Rivers, to his blacksmith shop, to Fail. He takes off the title of Lord like a heavy coat, relieved to be just Perrin again. This is the truth of his journey. The strongest leader isn't the one who craves power. It's the one who leads because they have no other choice, because they love the people they're protecting more than they hate the burden of leading. Perrin Ibarra's story answers the question we started with. Yes, the strongest leader is often the one who never wanted to lead. His power doesn't come from an axe or the Wolf Dream or a title. It comes from his willingness to carry the weight of others' trust, even when it breaks him. It comes from his refusal to become the kind of leader who forgets where he came from. In a world filled with heroes who embrace their destiny, Perrin is a hero who resists it, until he realizes that destiny isn't about being great. It's about being there. Even when you're scared, even when you want to run. That's the lesson of Perrin's brutal internal battle. Leadership isn't a choice you make for yourself. It's a choice you make for the people you love, and that's what makes it worth fighting for. Perrin Ibarra's journey as a reluctant leader began, long before axes or wolf dreams entered his life. It started in the cluttered, smoky blacksmith shop of Master Luhan in Iman's field, where his only dream was to inherit the forge and live a life as steady as the rhythm of hammer on iron. In the eye of the world, we meet him as a quiet, broad-shouldered boy, his hands calloused not from battle, but from shaping horseshoes and plowshares. He didn't crave adventure or power. He wanted to marry Egwene, back when their feelings were still soft and uncomplicated, take over Master Luhan's work, and spend his evenings swapping stories at the Wine Spring Inn. This was his version of happiness, small, tangible, rooted in the soil of the Two Rivers. But the pattern had other plans, and it shattered that dream with the first howl of Trollocs in the night. When Moiraine Damodred arrived in Emond's field, she didn't just warn of the Dark One. She named Perrin, Rand, and Mat as Tavaren, souls around whom the pattern weaves itself, destined to change the world.